Relax now. Allow your body to ease into the comfort of your space. Close your eyes if you'd like, or simply soften your gaze. Breathe in, and out. Slow, peaceful breaths, around 4 to 6 per minute, matching the natural rhythm of drifting into sleep. Our story tonight begins with a single lantern's glow. Our story today begins in old Prague. Centuries ago, a gentle breeze drifts through narrow, cobbled alleys, carrying the faint scent of fish oil and pinewood smoke from distant hearths. You hear a soft footstep, the measured pace of a young apprentice's boot upon ancient stone. Each step is slow, calm, guiding your thoughts away from the day. He carries a lantern. Its panels aren't glassed, but delicate thin horn that shimmers like a quiet moon as flame flickers within. Imagine that warm, honey gold light, brushing the walls and moss, casting gentle shadows that dance and sigh. Listen to the hush of flame catching, a soft whoosh, and then the faint, steady crackle as wick meets oil. The apprentice lowers the lantern to touch a bracket on the wall, and light blooms outward, curling around the edges of darkened buildings. In medieval Prague, streetlights like these were rare, lit each night by careful hands to guide travelers home. Let that knowledge settle like a lullaby, comforting and curious. Feel each breath deepen, the world outside drifting further away. He walks again, lantern aloft, stepping through arches carved with ancient symbols. The echo of cloak brushing stone is soft, rhythmic, soothing in its repetition. And as the apprentice moves forward, so do you, drifting deeper into calm. The story gently continues. Our young apprentice, no older than 15 winters, has a quiet determination in his step. His name is Yannick. Though few speak it aloud at this hour, everyone knows him simply as the boy with the light. He rounds the bend near the old stone fountain, where moss glistens like velvet in the lantern's glow. The water has long stopped flowing in winter's grasp, but tonight a gentle thaw whispers through the air. A rivulet trickles, just faintly, like a lullaby. Breathe in and picture the chill mist clinging to the edges of his woolen cloak. It's thick, hand-spun, and smells faintly of lavender, tucked there by his mother earlier that evening, as a charm for warmth and warding off bad spirits. In the Middle Ages, such beliefs were tender things. Not superstition, but comfort. A bit of lavender, a whispered prayer, a touch of iron at the hem. Let your thoughts wander to the soft rustle of dried herbs bundled by heartlight. The gentle way time moved back then, marked not by clocks, but by bells and footsteps and flickering oil. Yannick pauses by the butcher's shop, where the sign, a carved boar's head, swings gently in the breeze. He reaches up and lights the lantern affixed to the post. The flame flickers to life, golden and slow, casting a calm shadow over the empty doorway. This lantern, like the others, is made of horn scraped thin, a soft material, more forgiving than brittle glass. Medieval craftspeople would soak it, press it, and polish it into Imagine running your fingers over its warm, slightly textured surface, smooth, yet with a whisper of grain. A dog barks faintly in the distance. Then silence again. The whole city breathes with Yannick, asleep, dreaming, and wrapped in night's hush. As he continues his route, each lantern kindled adds another patch of golden peace to the darkness. Not too bright, never harsh, just enough to guide the way, like stars pinned to low-hanging branches. And as Yannick walks, so do you. Step by step, breath by breath, he walks beneath an archway carved with lions. Above, small icicles drip slowly from the stone. Plink, plink, like the ticking of a slower clock, each drip, a quiet reminder of time passing gently. His lantern swings slightly at his side, casting a rhythmic glow on the ancient wall, covered in vines now asleep for the winter. In spring, those same vines will bloom with tiny blue flowers. But tonight, they slumber. Let your breath slow again, like leaves resting on still water. As Yannick reaches the town square, he pauses, Not because he is tired, but because this is his favorite part. The great bronze statue of the patron saint stands tall in the center, and Yannick always takes a moment to whisper something to it. No one knows what he says. Maybe it's a wish, maybe a secret, or maybe it's just a thank you for safe travels and warm light. The statue watches in silence, as it always does. Cloaked in age and frost, the lantern light dances upon its outstretched hand, casting a shadow across the cobbles that looks almost like a blessing. Medieval people believed that statues could hear at night, that in the quiet hours, stone could remember. Now imagine that stillness, that reverence, that soft, secret belief that even the coldest bronze might listen kindly in the hush of winter dusk. Yannick lights the two large lanterns that flank the square. Their glow spills wide and welcoming, warming the corners of every shuttered shop and alley. And with the lighting complete, he begins his slow journey back. The same cobbles beneath his feet, but the light now follows him. Instead of leading, as you follow him back through the winding paths, feel how safe it is, how still. You are wrapped in silence, in golden warmth, in the hush of a world resting, and far above, the stars blink gently through the mist. They do not hurry. They do not need to shine too brightly. Everything is enough. Let your body relax a little more now. Feel the muscles in your shoulders melt into softness. The space between your eyebrows grows smooth. Your jaw rests loose. Yannick's steps are slower now, thoughtful, like the city itself has the lantern sways gently, and each flicker of light is like a cradle for your mind. Even the wind has softened. Less a breeze now, more a breath from the earth itself, holding you, comforting you, and still you drift deeper, and still you drift deeper. Yannick walks past the baker's house now. The windows are dark, but behind them, the warmth of flour and fading embers still lingers in the air. In the mornings, this place smells of honeyed rye and ash-warmed crust. But tonight, the oven is sleeping. Its hearth coals, nestled like red stars beneath a velvet sky of soot. The boy touches the lantern hook outside the shop with care, adjusting the flame so it doesn't sputter in the cooling wind. A thin trail of smoke curls upward and disappears. In the medieval world, fire was both tool and spirit, tamed during the day, reverenced by night. Let yourself imagine that. The quiet awe people once held for the small, glowing heart of a flame. How they watched it, listened to it, and sometimes even named it. Yannick pulls his cloak closer as he moves toward the narrowest lane in the district. An alley so slim the buildings almost kiss above. Here the cobblestones are older, worn smoother, and when his boots touch them, there is a softer, deeper echo, as though the stones remember everyone who has passed before. The lantern's glow glides over the walls, illuminating hand-chiseled bricks, old iron nails, and the curled shapes of climbing ivy frozen mid-reach by frost. You can almost hear the ivy's dream, slow, green, and winding, far down the alley. A cat watches him. Its eyes gleam in the light. Twin coins tossed into the shadows. Yannick nods at it. The cat does not run. It simply blinks, stretches once, and curls back into itself, near a wooden barrel filled with straw. And in that gesture, even the animals of the city seem at peace. Let that feeling brush against your mind. Like fur, soft and still. Yannick lights the final lantern in the alley. Affixed to the side of a cobbler's cottage, he knows the man who lives there. A kind soul with heavy hands, and a voice like sandpaper dipped in honey. The cobbler always waves at Yannick in the morning, when the boy walks home to sleep, while the rest of the town awakens. Tonight, the cottage is dark. The man surely dreaming beneath quilts, stitched by his late wife. A small embroidered sun hangs in the window, catching just enough of the lantern's light to glow faintly, like a second moon. Yannick smiles, then turns, then begins to walk home, and you are with him still, step by step, breath by breath. The world has grown so quiet now, it hums, not with noise, but with presence, with softness, with peace. As Yannick retraces his route, the city looks different. Not because it has changed, but because it is lit. The path that was shadowed before now gently glows, not harshly, not brightly, just enough to show the way, just enough to feel known. This is how the world cradled itself in the Middle Ages, one flame at a time. Now, picture Yannick's house, a modest timber and plaster home with a stone threshold worn by generations of footsteps. The shutters creak softly in the breeze. A single candle flickers in the lower window, a signal that his mother is still awake. Waiting. Not worried. Just waiting. Yannick opens the door quietly, removes his boots, hangs the now empty oil tin by the hearth, and as he does, his mother stands from her rocking chair, wrapped in a knitted shawl. She doesn't speak, just smiles and touches his cheek. Behind them, a fire purrs in the stone hearth. Its crackle joins the chorus of peace you feel around you. Now, wood popping gently, warmth kissing the cold away. Yannick changes into his nightshirt, brushes soot from his fingers, and curls into bed under a thick feather quilt. Outside, the lanterns still glow all along Prague's winding lanes. They are his gift to the night, and the night accepts it gladly. The window beside his bed is small, but open just a crack. Through it, the wind hums like a lullaby, a medieval lullaby. Perhaps one passed through generations and carried not in words, but in the hush of a sleeping city. And now, dear listener, let your breath deepen once more. Feel the warmth of that feather quilt, the flicker of the fire, the glow of lanterns far down a cobbled street. You've walked every step with Yannick tonight, and now, like him, it is time to rest. We return now to stillness. Yannick's breathing slows. His head sinks into the pillow stuffed with goose feathers. The scent of lavender drifts up from the stitched seams. Another gift from his mother, tucked inside with care. Outside, snow begins to fall. Quietly, softly, not in rushes, but in the flakes glide downward like silken threads, stitching the night together in silence. The rooftops of Prague wear them like velvet, while chimneys puff warm sighs into the sky. You feel it too, don't you? The calm, the blanket of quiet, settling over every tile and timber. In medieval towns, snowfall was not just weather. It was magic, a sign of purity, of protection, a veil between the living world and dreams. Let your body melt into that feeling now. Light as falling snow. Somewhere in the distance, a church bell rings once, not loudly, just a single chime, a gentle echo, a reminder that time still moves, but so slowly it hardly matters. Let your thoughts drift like that sound, carried softly over rooftops, resting in eaves, curling into windows. Yannick stirs once, in his sleep, not from fear or cold, but from a dream. He dreams that he is still walking, still lighting lanterns, but now they float in the air behind him, like golden fireflies. The alleyways are endless. The stars above seem closer than the rooftops, and the cobblestones no longer echo. They sing. Each step is music. Each breath is a harmony of warmth and light. The lanterns hum as they follow him, whispering lullabies in a language he doesn't quite understand, but fully feels. Let yourself feel it too. That safe unknowing, that delicious surrender, that wordless warmth that wraps around your heart. In dreams, medieval folk believed the soul traveled gently, slowly, through realms unseen. And tonight, Yannick's soul walks beside yours. Together, you travel not just through old Prague, but through something softer, quieter, older than stone. There are staircases carved into the sides of dreams here, wooden doors without hinges, candles that never burn out, and every lantern Yannick lit that night glows still. Not just in Prague, but in memory, in dream, in you. One glows just above your shoulder now. Its light is warm, amber, flickering gently, but never going out. Breathe in. Feel that warmth on your cheek. Breathe out. Let it draw your thoughts inward, downward, deeper. There is nothing to worry about here. No tasks, no clocks, no voices calling you away. Only the hush of snow, the echo of footsteps long past, the steady glow of a single horn lantern lit just for you. Perhaps in some soft fold of time, Yannick walked this way for you. Perhaps every quiet act, lighting a lantern, closing a shutter, straightening a wick, was a gift not only to his city, but to the future, to this moment, to your sleep. Let that thought hold you gently now, like a woolen cloak, like a mother's hand, like firelight behind thick glass. You are safe. You are guided. You are resting. Yannick, back in his feather bed, turns once beneath the quilt. The lanterns flicker across his dreams. The fire murmurs in the hearth, and in every corner of the city, the lights remain, glowing softly through horn panels, keeping watch for a long, quiet moment. Everything holds its breath, then exhales, and so do you. Let the world grow quieter now. The lanterns still glow, one by one, like stars lowered into the streets. Their flames don't flicker in haste. They dance slowly, calmly, like they know the night is theirs alone. And you are wrapped in that same stillness, cradled by it. Yannick sleeps soundly. His breaths are slow, even warm against the winter-chilled air that slips through the shutter cracks. His blanket rises and falls like the tide. The house around him hums gently, not with sound, but with age, with memory. The floorboards remember footsteps. The hearth remembers stories. And the beams above his bed, thick with centuries, remember every storm, every snowfall, every night like this one. There is something deeply soothing in being remembered by wood and stone. In medieval homes, people often carve symbols into their beams, marks for protection, love, or good sleep. Yannick's mother once etched a small crescent moon above his bed, hidden beneath the lintel. You can picture it now, faded but still present, a quiet guardian carved by hand, just as she whispered lullabies when he was small, just as the fire whispered back. Let that image settle in your chest, not as a thought, but as warmth. Now imagine the snow has stopped. Outside, the city sleeps in perfect stillness. The rooftops are covered in a soft quilt of white. The lanterns still glow. Their light stretches just far enough to kiss the edge of a dream, and just soft enough not to wake it. In the highest tower of the city, a bell sits in silence. It won't ring again until dawn, but even in its stillness, it marks the hours with presence, a quiet reminder that time is moving. But here, now, there is no need to follow it. Just drift with Yannick, with the lanterns, with the hush of streets where no one walks. Somewhere beyond, in the woods outside the city, an owl calls once, a low, mellow sound, a note meant for the night, not for ears. And still, the glow remains. Some say the oil used in those horn lanterns came from the river's edge, pressed from seeds and bones by soft-spoken hands, each drop holding stories, each flame telling them, you don't need to know the words. You only need to feel the rhythm, like a lullaby hummed in a language older than speech, like a candle melting hour by hour, breath by breath. Yannick dreams now of rivers, of walking beside them with a lantern at his side. The river speaks in ripples. The moon bends low to drink. He follows the current into deeper dreams. And you are following too, step by step, into softer places. Your muscles are looser now. Your jaw unclenched, your mind like velvet moss. Perhaps you see the cobbled streets in your own dreams now, the warm horn glow reaching your fingertips, the echo of your footsteps in snow-muted alleys. You are not watching Yannick anymore. You are him, or someone like him, someone with a light to carry. And in your quiet way, you are lighting the path for others too. Each breath, a lantern. Each thought, a flicker that calms the dark. You are glowing. Softly. Steadily. Always. Let go a little more now. The warmth of the lantern's glow is no longer outside you. It's within. It pulses behind your closed eyes. It flickers gently in your chest. It breathes with you, and you begin to feel what Yannick must have felt, walking those quiet streets. Not just the task of lighting lamps, but the calm that comes with it, the comfort of repetition, of ritual, of service, done in silence. In the Middle Ages, night was sacred. It was when the soul wandered, when angels were said to walk the rooftops, and when prayers turned into dreams. Imagine that now. Angels on rooftops, barefoot, cloaked, carrying small candles in their palms. They don't speak. They don't need to. Their light speaks for them. Some say lantern bearers, like Yannick, were watched over by these silent figures, guided not just by flame, but by unseen kindness. Let yourself be watched over now. Gently, wordlessly. You don't need to do anything. Only rest. Only drift. You are back in the cobbled alleys again, but they feel softer now, more like memory than stone. Your feet make no sound. Your lantern glows without oil. The walls breathe like forests. You are no longer bound by cold or time or weight. Only light. Only hush. There's a small chapel just ahead. Its door creaks open, not from wind, but from welcome. Inside, the air is thick with beeswax, and quiet. Dozens of candles line the walls. Tall ones, thin ones, crooked ones, all burning, all golden. Yannick has never been here before, not even in waking life, but in dream. He steps inside with you. You both know this place is safe. At the center of the chapel, there is a stone basin filled with warm water and laurel leaves. Above it, a single-horn lantern swings slowly from an iron chain. Its flame does not flicker. It hums, not with sound, but with memory, as though it remembers every lantern ever lit, every breath taken beneath its glow. Yannick reaches toward it, and so do you. Not to touch, but just to feel its warmth, its knowing. The chapel melts into starlight. The basin becomes a lake. The lantern floats above it like a moon. This is no longer a story. This is sleep. And in this place, you are lighter than mist, softer than candle wax, deeper than a cathedral bell at midnight. Let that sense settle in you now. Let your body go slack. Let your thoughts stretch out like linen sheets over a quiet hillside. Everything is safe. Everything is glowing. Everything is love in the shape of silence and far away. Maybe in another time. Maybe only a few streets away. Yannick stirs in his bed, not waking, just smiling, as though he knows he is not walking alone tonight, as though he knows you are dreaming too. Let the dream widen around you. You're floating now. Not fast, not far, just gently, like a candle boat on a still river. This river is not made of water. It is made of night, made of velvet and memory and old lullabies, the kind that no longer need to be sung, because they are already part of you. Above you, the stars don't shine. They glow. Their light is steady, slow, and warm, like lanterns hung high in heaven. And down below, the river carries you past the sleeping edges of medieval Prague, past snow-dusted steeples and silent towers, past tiny homes with low roofs and slumbering cats curled in chimney smoke. The city is quieter than breath, so still it feels like it's listening. And perhaps it is. In old Bohemian lore, they believed the city itself had a soul, not a ghost, not a person, but a quiet, watching presence, something that lit the lanterns when no one else could, something that remembered every footstep and guarded every dreamer. Yannick, too, is being watched over. In his sleep, he drifts as you do, gliding through dreams that feel soft but real. He walks again beside you now, older perhaps, or younger. In dreams, such things melt like wax. He carries his lantern once more. But now, the city is made entirely of light. The streets glow. The buildings glow. The trees hum with golden breath. And in this place, you don't walk. You float. You rest inside your own footsteps. Time has no edge, only warmth. Yannick turns to you, not with words, but with presence. He does not need to speak. You already understand. You are the lantern now. You are the light passed from hand to hand. You are the glow that softens old stone. You are the hush that calms the wind. Let that truth settle gently across your shoulders. Feel it like a blanket pulled to the chin. Safe, deep, timeless. You do not need to know where the river is going. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Carried by night, cradled by story. Lit from within, the horn lantern swings softly above your path. Its flame, steady, yet never still. Its glow as calm as your breath. And all around you, the world continues sleeping. There's a garden now, one you've never seen before. It grows only in dreams. The snow has not touched it here. Its leaves are silver. Its flowers only bloom at night. Yannick walks between the rows with you. He points out each one, but says nothing. Their names are old. Too old for language, but not too old for knowing. You brush one with your hand. It feels like silk warmed by sun. It opens as you pass. Somewhere in the garden, a chime sounds, soft and low, like a bell made of breath. It is time to sleep more deeply now, even deeper than before. Past thoughts, past dreams, into pure, glowing, quiet. Yannick fades gently into the garden mist. The lantern floats on without him. But you are not alone. The light stays, the warmth stays, the hush stays, and you are finally truly resting. Now, there is only peace. The lantern floats above your chest. Not heavy, not hot, just a warm little sun, a cradle of light that breathes with you. In and out, in and out, a perfect rhythm, the rhythm of rest. All around you, the dream garden quiets. The silver leaves have folded inward. The night bloom flowers have closed, not from fear or finality, but because sleep has come fully. There is nothing more to see, nothing more to remember, only this feeling. Stillness, wrapped in glow, anchored in breath. Somewhere in the distance, Yannick's last lantern flickers, its final wave of light, before settling into steady golden calm. It no longer needs tending. It burns on memory now, on meaning, on the peacefulness you carry with you, now and always. Let your fingers relax completely, your shoulders melt downward, your jaw fall open, just slightly. There you go. The way old wood sags in a warm room, the way snow settles over everything, making even the sharpest things feel soft. You are so deeply held now, by silence, by story, by a world that asks nothing from you, not even to listen anymore. You don't even need to follow the words. They are not meant to lead you anywhere. They are meant to fade, so that your mind can drift like fog along the riverbanks of medieval dreams, so that your breath can slow beneath the weightless quilt of the night, so that your heart can beat in the rhythm of old bells. Deep, slow, hollow, kind. In Prague, it was once believed that dreamers carried light between realms, that when someone slept deeply, they lit unseen candles in the places beyond, places where love and memory and silence live forever. Tonight, you are that dreamer. You have lit every flame, not just for Yannick, not just for the city, but for yourself. And now, you can rest, truly, fully, safe in the hush of a story long told, safe in the quiet breath of a world that has no hurry. Let the lantern flicker one last time. Let the wind settle its final sigh. Let the dream fold over you like a second skin, warm and invisible. There is no ending, only stillness, only sleep, And now, the story dissolves. There are no more lanterns to light, no more streets to walk, no more names to remember. Even Yannick becomes a feeling rather than a figure. He is a breath on your cheek, a hush in your ear, a memory of comfort in a time before time. The world has become only sensation now. Softness, warmth, a heaviness in your body that is so safe. It feels like being held, like being wrapped in layers of quilt and shadow and love. There is no sound anymore, only the impression of sound, the echo of things that once mattered, now far, far away. A bell, maybe a footstep in snow, a fire's low purr behind closed eyes. Let even those go now. They were only the trail that brought you here. And now you have arrived. Nothing is required. There is no ending to reach. No need to remember what came before. You are not a listener anymore. You are not a traveler. You are not even dreaming. You are resting, fully, completely, unshakably. Even the idea of your body has become soft and far away. No shape, no edge, only stillness. This is where stories go to sleep. This is where thoughts stop forming. This is where the lantern's last glow becomes part of you, forever. So now, dear one, no more words, no more sound, just warmth. In sleep, you are safe. You are home. You are loved. You are gone into the deepest sleep, into the softest silence, into peace.